Now for a look at the week ahead, I'm joined by Antonia Oprita, senior editor and columnist at Real Money. Nice to see you, Antonia.
Nice to see you too.
I know there's a lot of data coming out of the UK. Let's start with Tuesday when the consumer price inflation data will be released. What are the expectations for that?
The expectations are that it will show an increase compared to June's level, which was already higher than expected. It came in at 0.5% versus expectations of 0.4%. And more importantly, it will be the first inflation data point after the Brexit vote. As you probably know, the pound has depreciated heavily versus the US dollar. It fell about 13% since the vote. And as energy prices are denominated in dollars, and the UK is a net importer of energy, it will be interesting to see how this translates in other prices. However, the Bank of England is likely to ignore any temporary increase in inflation because it's more preoccupied with not allowing the economy to fall into a very deep recession. So this data will be very closely watched.
Antonia, what about the data on the labor market, which will also come out?
That will come out on Wednesday, so a day later, and that will cover the period just before the referendum vote. It will be for April to June. And it will probably show very strong labor market. The UK was really going strong. There were lots of jobs. Employment was close to record highs. So it will still show strong advances. However, after the vote, there has been some anecdotal evidence of hiring slowing down and permanent positions numbers falling. So that data will not exactly tell us what the impact of Brexit is yet, but it will tell us how the economy was doing before the vote.
And Antonia, we'll also get a little bit more understanding about what the ECB was thinking at its last monetary policy meeting.
Yes, we are going to get the accounts of the monetary policy meeting that took place on July 21st. They didn't take any important decision at that meeting, but they had time to discuss the situation in the Eurozone and also the situation created by the vote by the UK to leave the European Union. So any look into what they make of it and whether they will increase their quantitative easing or maybe push interest rates even lower into negative territory, we will be able to get a glimpse of that in those accounts, hopefully.
Antonia Oprita, thanks so much as always for your insight.
Thank you.
I'm Rhonda Schaffler for The Street.